Hello guys, and welcome back to some more madness from Car Addict Garage Northeast. I hope you will enjoy this. This is going to be a day of absolute car buying, selling, trading madness. I don't even know where to start. So, number one, you'll have seen if you watched the previous video, I'm considering selling the Lancer. The Lancer sold. So you'll be joining me soon with the Lancer. And there's more to the story which I'll progress along today. I've got my little girl with us today. The sun is blinding us. I've got her with us along today. So at the moment, I have just currently been ripped off. I've been robbed. I've had my pants down. What's happened? I've been conned, right? And there's one reason for that. I'll show you. And all this planning of videos here, I cannot open the boot on this car with one hand. I can't do it because you've got to use the key through the Volkswagen badge, and I can't do it. Simple as that. It takes two hands to turn the key and lift the boot. So how have I been robbed anyways? So I'm just going to open the boot, and let you know why. Got something to do with that. Springer Spaniel. Well, it's not really his fault, but I'll show you in a second how I've been robbed. But anyways, here he is. I've got him. Again, another reason why I absolutely love the Golf. It is just an invaluable piece of equipment on the fleet. So I was going to wind you all up and say this is the car that I'm selling. No chance. No chance, guys. Been offered many times to people to buy this car. Not for sale, and I ain't gonna sell it. Probably not ever. I'm gonna run it into the ground, and it's gonna be part of the fleet forever. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm gonna explain to you what's gone on. Just a bit of a joke, yeah. Don't worry, nothing's actually happened to any of the dogs or anything like that. So I'm just gonna close the boot, checking I've got the key in my pocket, because just to let you know that the micro switch doesn't work. So you've got to use the keyhole, and it's a bit fiddly and awkward. So yeah. So I'll join you in the car and explain what's gone on. It's rather cold today, I will say. I'm just going to pull the door closed. Yeah, so, how I've been ripped off. Well, first up, Olivia has been reading, I want to be a vet when you're older. She's been reading Hunter's veterinary book. And here, you see, and he's had all of these injections this morning. That's why Harvey's not here, because I don't want to take two dogs into the vets if I don't need to. So he's had his vaccinations. Trying to find the page, which of course when I'm on video, all these different vaccinations he's had. So anyways, I'll pass that back to our little vet, because she's been inspecting that book, haven't you? I think you want to be a vet when you're older. So she's been looking through anyway. So yeah, this was the first part of today, of the madness of car collection, God knows what cape that's going on. I had to take Hunter to the vets. So I had Harvey there in October, and it was £50 and 50p for his vaccination. And the vet, when I was in there, says, do you want the kennel cough done up his nose? It's only 20 quid. I was like, yeah, okay, £70. And I went to pay for it, and it was 90 odd pound. So I didn't want to cause too much fuss, because I had my daughter with us, so I went and sat back in the car, and I thought, so it's not right here. And I went back in and like, oh yeah, there's been a price increase. It's gone up to something like £70 now for the single booster. What was it there? £30 for this kennel cough thing. And I'm like, so basically it's doubled. So it's almost just about cost us £100, and it's in October, and now in January, now it's £100. £100 for, I'm not joking you, must have been what? 5 minutes. And without the pleasantries and stuff, because the vets and everything are lovely in there. Without the pleasantries, that could have been less than 5 minutes. I would say 2.5 to 3 minutes. Stick the check a bit round his breathing, lungs, underneath. What did she do? Checking his ears, looking his nose, put the jab in his neck, put the kennel cough up his nose, weighed him, job done. 100 quid. I'm in the wrong game. So yeah, anyways, we've been ripped off with that. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going back home. I'm dropping Olivia off with my mum and dad, because what we're doing is we're taking the Lancer across to its new owners. I'll go into that a bit later on, because I'll do a bit walk around the Lancer. And I'm not even going to say anything more, because I'm going to let you work out what's going on all day. But what I will say is, yesterday I was in the middle of Newcastle city centre with my little girl who's having a little look, and we were sat in Wetherspoons, and having something to eat, and something popped up on my phone, a car that I've been looking for ages. And I couldn't believe the price. I thought it was a scam. And I also couldn't believe what it was, because I've been looking for one for ages. And I further couldn't believe it was literally 2 minutes from where I live. So luckily the people, if you're watching this, thank you very much. They had absolutely loads and loads and loads of people on interested in the car, and I just explained to them I'm desperate for it. It's going to be, because what it is, I'm not getting rid of the Golf at all, but I need a bit bigger car than this. I can't quite fit everything in when I've got the pram and the 2 dogs and the 2 kids and obviously 2 adults. So I wanted something a bit bigger, but not expensive. We'll get to that, because I've got it at home, and I'm going to try my best to try and get a walk around of it in this video at the end to finish the video off. So I'll catch you when I get back home, and I drop this car off the dogs and my daughter, and we're going to go across and take the Lancer to its new keeper, and we'll see what's happening from there. But there is another car which I was in the process of possibly buying, because I knew the Lancer had sold, so I may end off getting that as well. But I'm not going to mention what that is in this video. That'll come separate. But unfortunately, since I bought this other car, that one, if I get it, might have to be a little bit of a couple of month fling and then move it on. But I'm pretty sure some of you guys will like it and be interested in it. It's a nice car. But for me, I just like all round, like this Golf. Love it. It does everything I need. So that's what we're going to do. But there was, and I'm going to tell you what there are, 2 cars, because I knew the Lancer had sold on Friday or something, and there was 2 cars. There was a Mercedes excuse if I get this wrong, CLS 350 CDI. It's the 3-litre V6 diesel. Lovely cars. I think them, I'm sure they are a CLS, don't quote us. They're really sleek looking 4-door saloon car, absolutely gorgeous. Lovely colour, this one, in maroon red. And there was also a W204 C-Class. Looked pretty basic from the outside. The elegant spec, but a nice spec. But again, it was the C. I've got a little pal here. I've just noticed there. So it was a C320 CDI. A very, very, I would say, basic looking C-Class. 4-door saloon, unfortunately not in a state. But it had that monster of an engine, a 3-litre V6. Lovely, automatic and everything. And I messaged both of these 2 people, and I know these 2 people as well. Not gonna lie. In fact, I'm gonna tell the truth. This one I've just been talking about was the guy I bought the C230, the one that had been in Spain for 16 years. And the other guy with the CLS, he actually bought my cousin's car offer about a year or so ago. And I've contacted both these people because they've legitimately got these cars up for sale, just saying, can I come and have a look, please? And both of them, I mean, I know people are busy. I'm very busy. As you can see, what I've got to do today with a 3-year-old, 2 dogs, all on my own, partners at work, they've just been stolen. I've asked to come and view, never got a response. Asked a bit of information, got minimal information. And every day I'm asking to come and view. It's, can you come the next day? 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 And I'm a bit like, your car's for sale. If you want to sell it, make your plans to sell it. So at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys have ever had these problems where people have cars for sale and you get the impression they don't want to sell it. Or maybe they know I'm a mechanic and I'm not daft and there may be something wrong with them and they just, out of politeness, don't want me to view them. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I've been saying, can I come and view? Yes, come tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. I'm busy. Can you come the next day? And this has been ongoing since Thursday. Today is Monday. And every day is the next day, next day, next day, next day. But as it happens, for both of these 2 people, the cars came up. I bought it. So unfortunately now, I did tell them I was on the lookout for a car. And if one does come up and I buy it, I'll no longer be interested. So I don't understand the old saying. I'm a big believer, and when somebody shows an interest in a car, you strike while iron's hot. If somebody says they want it, you let them have it. But I don't know. If I had a car for sale, I wouldn't dare keep saying to somebody, come tomorrow, come the next day, come the next day, come the next day, come the next day. You know, I'm asking, can I view while the car needs valeted? I've been very busy at work, mate. I'm sorry and stuff. And I'm like, I live 2 minutes away. I'll come and look at it. never get a response. So, tough. There's 2 cars, and I'm not going to lie, they were along the lines, we don't talk money on this channel, but they were along the lines of £3,000, so they weren't like cheap £500 bangers. So all I can say is those 2 people have lost out on potentially £3,000 in selling their car. Can't understand that one. I really can't understand people got cars for sale and they won't pull their finger out and arrange a deal. Who knows? But anyways, that's that. So now, like I've said, going home, and I'll catch you when I've got the Lancer and it's ready to go to its new home. Catch you soon, guys. Right, hello guys. Weirdly, back to the same spot. Only other YouTubers and people who do recording will understand this, but it's so bloody difficult at times to find somewhere to record. I mean, I'm at some just random road in off like a siding to a farmer's field. It's crazy, like all the car parks, there's constantly people sitting in them watching you. There's little areas where you think there would be, but you just cannot get parked. There's always someone standing watching. There's like little areas where there's council garages, but there's houses overlooking and people nebbing. So yeah, it is actually one of the hardest parts of running a YouTube channel is recording. Like my garage, I am incredibly lucky to have that bit of grass to the back, but if I had a garage in like an industrial estate or something, I would absolutely hate it. Trying to record and having, you know, like 20 other units working and people standing having a smoking break and God knows what, like nebbing on at you. No one does any harm, no one does any hassle. I just personally find it irritating when I'm trying to record and I've got people watching you, like thinking, what on earth is he doing? It just really distracts us. So anyways, golf's back at home. The new car I've purchased is back at home, which I'm mentioning nothing about. And we're here with the Lancer. It's going to its new owner, Lenny. I'm only going to mention your first name because I haven't got real permission on this. Who's bought it off us? Thank you very much. So nice to deal with good friends, good customers, to do a deal on my cars, and that is the way I love to have my YouTube channel and everything. Is now this car is going to continue to be in my kind of group of customers, so it's not going to a stranger. So in essence, it doesn't need MOT'd for like another year basically. It certainly doesn't need service for another year, but anything this car ever needs, I haven't lost a customer. So I always like to put my cars onto people who are customers of my garage, by the way, guys. I'm not a trader. These are my cars in my name, everything like that. You've seen what I've done to it, but I always like to pass my projects and vehicles onto other friends or customers of the garage, and in that way you continue to keep a customer, and plus I get to see the car on a yearly basis whenever it needs work done, whatever. So it's great. So we'll have a quick look round for the last time of Lancer, and I will say this thing drives absolutely fantastic. It really does handle so much better than what you would ever imagine one of these would, and of course with that legendary VW 2-litre TDI PD engine. No nonsense. I will say this car is absolutely fantastic, and you have all seen on my previous video and other videos I've done just how much work I've done to this car. It's all cleaned out, all the stuff's out of it. The only thing that's in it is my daughter's seat, but I'll get to that one because just swing the camera around. So I'm going to jump back in the car now and explain what's happening. I just thought we'd have a final look around. So I'm going to jump back in because I'm not lying, it's freezing, it's 2 degrees, but it feels a lot colder. Right, so we're back in the car, just going to warm up. So obviously, you've all seen my previous video. I put this car up for possible sale, and you'll have seen, if you follow my Facebook page, when I put this car up for sale. And straight away, Lenny is a good customer of mine for, I would say, 10 plus years. Sorry guys, I had to just start the car up and warm up. It's been a while since it's been this cold. I'm not lying, it's been a mild winter. But yeah, straight away, Lenny sent me a private message on Facebook saying we're very interested in the car, we would like to buy it. So I took the car around to him over the weekend, loved it, paid a deposit, and obviously they've got the problem of their car. Like I've said, guys, I'm not a trader. I don't get involved with any of that kind of stuff. Like buying and selling, it's too much hassle and I can't be bothered. So obviously he said he wants this car, and they're quite busy people, and he's like, I can't be bothered with trying to get rid of mine, so the only thing that's putting us off kind of buying it is getting rid of theirs. I said, look, I'll take your car on. I'm not buying it, but what I'm going to do is advertise it and sell it. And so basically what we're going to do now is, I'm not going to shove the camera on their face or anything. We're going to take the Mitsubishi to its new owner, I'm going to take their car away and we'll have a look around it and we'll see what we're going to do with it. But I think I've got somebody already lined up who's interested in it. We shall see. I don't actually know this person. Over the weekend, I got a message, somebody asking, do you know anybody selling a cheap car? And I says, no, I don't personally, but I know somebody, if the sale goes through with my car, who will be selling their car fairly cheap. And we'll see what that's going to be. So let's crack on with it. So yeah, so like I've said, I don't do the trading whole thing, but if it meant getting my car sold quicker and helping him write an advert, now I've obviously got like links within the car trade of known people, not like traders or anything, just general people, friends and family and customers who are after a car. So I've said to him, I'll just take the car away from you because he hasn't got space at his door. I'll advertise, I'll put it up for sale, I'll do all the legwork, so to speak, and get rid of it for him. Because it's of no use for me, this car, especially now I've bought this other one. So we shall go and see what it is and send this great, fantastic car to its new owner, who I am absolutely over the moon has gone to a good home, and he absolutely loves it. Because I took him out for a test drive and I put my foot down and he was like, Jesus Christ, that thing goes, and trust us, after the remap, this thing absolutely flies, but at the same time does 50-60 miles per gallon, so it's all good. So yeah, so we'll get down to his now. Gonna leave him with this car, take his car and find somewhere to do a quick recording of that one. We'll see how this goes, and I've got lots of other things to do the day, because that car, we'll get into it. Follow us along for the journey today. That's the purpose. It might be boring to you guys, I don't know if it's boring or not, but I thought I may as well bring you along for the ride of a complete car madness day of picking up cars, getting rid of cars, blah blah blah. You'll see as the day goes on, so I'll catch you soon. Right guys, that's the Lancer gone to its new home. Can you guys guess what kind of car I've gotten just by sitting like this? I don't think many of you will, because it's quite a rare car actually, and I quite fancy it myself, but I have to think realistically. I've already purchased the other car yesterday, what really is going to be more useful for me. So we'll have a look around. It's not looking at its best, but what we're going to do now, I'm going to go and drop it off at some valeter's place. It's just cheap and cheerful, guys, so it's not going to be a perfect job. But what we are going to do is drop it off at the valeter's, and we'll see it before and after. So typically somebody's just walking up behind us. I've tried to find a quiet road, so once they've got by, we'll have a look around the outside and we'll see what we've bought. So let's have a look around, see what you think. Yep, it's a 4-door saloon Focus Mark II. You don't get many of them, but it's quite a nice spec as well. It's the gear. But yeah, can't remember the last time I actually seen a 4-door Focus Mark II. Quite a rarity within themselves. So yeah, quite a nice looking car, we'll say. And it's the gear, and as especially to the gear, it was an optional extra to have on these, the puddle lights and the indicator in the mirror. If you had an LX, you just got the indicator down here, which they've just filled the gap in with the gear logo. The usual Mark II Focus, little bits of rust on the wings and stuff, but it is what it is. And it's looking, I will say, a little bit sorry for itself. So that's why I'm going to take it to the valeter's. Because if you take a close look at it, yeah, it's pretty thick with tree grime, sap and God knows what. So yeah, definitely need to get this thing on the old jet wash or something. But yeah, I think it looks absolutely great personally. Once it's cleaned up, it just looks absolutely minging at the moment. Nice size boot, clean enough. Lovely velour interior, which I much prefer, to be totally honest with you, over the leather, with the nice, still in from the MOT, the seat belt's all done up, but the lovely centre armrest there, proper bit of comfort in these, lovely comfy seats. Just going to undo those seat belts while we're on. Diamond cut wheels, again, they just need a bit of a clean, they're not actually too bad a condition. So yeah, just generally needs a bit of a spruce up, if the excuse, you know, a bit of detritus and God knows what lying about, but we're going to have a look on the inside of it and see what we think. But the main recording is going to be once it's cleaned, because I personally think £30-40 at a valeter's, they'll have this thing looking bang on. It's only got 83,000 mile, but like I've mentioned, it's the gear spec. So you've got the 4 electric windows, you've got automatic lights, rain sensing wipers, auto dip dim mirror with the sensors on there, and the heated windscreen on these Fords are just a game changer. But what's very rare and very unusual It's having cruise control. Even the Focus STs do not have cruise control. That's a fantastic thing to have on these. Hardly any of them have it. Moving round to here, you've got the factory fitted Sony 6-in disc dash changer with the upgraded sound system because the speakers are Sony as well. Aircon, nice walnut sort of dash. Like I mentioned, heated front windscreen, 5-speed, and this is the 1600. Absolutely bulletproof 1.6 Yamaha developed engine, the Ford Z-Tech, the one I tell everybody to go for, the 1.25, 1.4 and 1.6. Everything else, all the diesels in these, bar the 1.8, which is a dinosaur, of Citroen Peugeot PSA, no good, and the EcoBoost, they never really put them in this Focus, but we'll not go there because they're junk. So the only one really to have is this 1600. It's the perfect one in between economy and a bit of oomph. I mean, it's not going to, rip the tyres off or nothing like that, but they're a nice, smooth engine. Somebody's coming towards us again, even though I'm on this disused road, so I'll get back to you any second. I'll start it up and we'll have a little listen to it. Yeah, and I've just noticed as well, it's got a nice little sunglasses holder. It's also a ambient lighting system. If I put the lights on, the light up there, which is a nice little feature for at night, lights up all the car. Let's say it's really nice sort of dash with the green display and that. So yeah, we'll just fire it up. We'll have a listen. I'm just gonna turn that off. So yeah, it's got like all the spec you could possibly want, and these seats are so comfy. They're really nice. But that's it running, and you can't even hear it, to be quite honest with you. Lovely and smooth. I'll leave open the bonnet until it's done. So where we're going to go now is the valeters. I'm going to get it valeted and I'll come back to you and we'll see what it looks like once it's all been cleaned up. I'll let you know how much it cost and see how much of a job they do, because sometimes they don't listen. Unfortunately, some of these foreign valeting places, like I'll be telling them where there's little bits of corrosion, don't go blasting with the jet wash to blow the paint off. So fingers crossed anyways. We'll see. So I'll come back to you when it's all been valeted. So I'll catch you soon, guys. Let us know what you think of the car. Right, guys, welcome back. We're getting the car back from the valeters, and for £30, I am absolutely astonished of what they've managed to achieve in barely even over an hour. We'll have a quick look on the inside, which was, I don't know how the camera picked it up, quite bad. It's like brand new in here now. All the dash cleaned, gleaming. Absolutely gleaming. Every little bit has been cleaned. All the little bits you'd expect them to miss, and they haven't. Absolutely great. These seats were covered in like sort of like don't know what you would call it, like fluff, like white fluff and stuff. All these door cards were. They've got them brought up like brand spanking new. All this was all just generally like kind of dirty really, and I've cleaned all that off. All these buttons have been cleaned. All the binnacle on the dash is absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to jump out and show you, just like the driver's seat and everything. It's absolutely great how they've managed to clean it up. Like those back seats now are absolutely great. Swear to God, I've not seen a job quite as good in such a short amount of time. I mean, remember this floor mat area here was absolutely filthy. Look at that. Over the moon at that I am. Obviously we've been in the gear, it's got all of the floor lighting on it, but let's just have a look on the outside. I mean, honestly, this car is fantastic. They have, which I told them not to do, got the jet wash a little bit too close, but it is what it is. It's not like you would hide that, and I would never lie to anybody and say it wasn't there, but find me a Focus that isn't like that. But yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. For the money they've charged to do this, it's great. I personally can't fault it. It's like a different car completely. And the boot area, again, is like new. Really happy with what they've done. So, just going to jump back in the car and go through a few things. So, I'm taking this car now, bear with us. I'm taking this car now for somebody who's desperate for a car, for them to look at. They either want it or they don't. If they don't want it for whatever reason, I will just be putting it up on the page just to sell. Like I said, it's Lenny's car. I'm not registering it to me. I'm not using it. Basically, I offered to sell this for him in order for him to buy mine, because if he didn't have this out the way, he didn't have space to park it, it would hinder my sale. So I just offered my services to simply advertise it, take some pictures and sell it. As it happens, randomly over the weekend, somebody's messaged is absolutely desperate for a car. So I said, well, look no further. There's this will get you through a couple of years, no problem. So yeah, let us know what you all think about it. I was going to try and fit the new car in at the end, but it's going to be dark by the time I'm finished doing this, so I'm not going to be able to. So I'll do a different video on the reveal of the new car. But I will come back to it at the end of this video with either this car on me drive, if it hasn't sold, and I will be putting it up for sale. So if any of you guys are interested in it, feel free to message me and put your details forward. But obviously at the end of this video, if it's gone, then it's gone. So yeah, a bit of just a car mad day really, but that's what I make of my days off. My mum and dad have luckily had Olivia for a bit longer today to allow me to do this. So I'm heading home now. I'm going to get rid of a few bits out of the car, like the child seat and that, and go around to the guy's house. It was actually his daughter-in-law messaged us just saying, do you know of any cheap cars, Dan? And I says, well, I don't have any, but I do know one that will be for sale, i.e. this one. So hopefully we'll kill two birds with one stone. Do Lenny a favour, does me a favour getting it out the way, and three ways really, and this guy gets himself a half-decent car, So I'll catch you very soon. It'll probably be dark, like I said, and the new car, the reveal in the video of that will have to come on a different day, because I don't think I'll be able to fit it in, and there's no point in doing it in the dark. So I'll catch you all soon. Right, welcome back guys to the final bit of the video. I hate this time of year. Honestly, I can't understand what's wrong with people who say they love the winter. I cannot stand it when it's getting dark at 3 o'clock. I could have had so much more jobs done today if it wasn't dark at 3 o'clock. I obviously had to rush around getting this car to the person who wanted to view it in the daylight, which was a rush. And I've come back, and I would have liked to have gotten my new car to show you in the light, but I can't. There's a whole load of jobs I wouldn't mind doing, transferring me stuff across to the car in the pitch black, in the cold. It's just so much hassle. So the Focus is, well, it's not gone, it's on the drive, but there's been a deposit left. It may go earlier in the week, if not definitely on Friday, so that's that gone. And like I've said, I'm going to try and do another video, but it's impossible because unless I do it in work time, which I'm busy, every night when I finish work it's dark. So I might not be able to get the reveal of the new car filmed until like the weekend, or maybe if I bring the car to work sometime through the week, I might get some filming in of it, who knows. But unknown to me, I thought I had MOT till March, and I've just discovered it's at the beginning of February it's due, which means it can be done anytime now, and you get effectively 13 months. So if I do get a spare few minutes next week, I want to MOT it. But I have spotted like two things. There's a number plate light out, not a fail because there's two, and a front side light bulb out, but they're like triggering the dashboard to keep flashing up that there's bulbs out. So clearly I need to get those sorted for the MOT. The tyre pressures look a bit low. Tyres are all new, but they're low, hence I'm sick to death because I've been trying to pump them up. And this thing I haven't used for ages. Good tool, but I'm just waiting for it to charge because the car's been stood a while. It's actually on next door's drive. So I'm going to get a quick flick of the Focus, and you might get a clue if you zoom in good enough. But I'm going to be very careful where I point the camera. So I hope you've all enjoyed this. Right from this morning, taking the young'un for his injections. Hasn't phased him in the slightest, he ain't bothered. But yeah, really paid off though, that when I took Harvey, just in October, end of October, it was only £50, and now it's £90 for him. Yes, he had the kennel cough thing, but that was only extra £20 on the bill. So these vets are just making up prices as they go. But then again, I absolutely love me dogs. They're worth every penny, but I really do hate being ripped off by these vets. I personally don't think it's fair whatsoever. So that's them done. My daughter's due back. My mum and dad's done us a favour and had Olivia for the day, but again, they love spending time with her anyway. So we'll have a quick flick, but only quickly, just from this angle, just there, because that's all you're going to get a look at. So there's the old Golf, and there's the Focus, sold and ready to go to its new owner. Well, sold, deposit taken. Always find when you've got a deposit, unless something really goes bad, things are alright. So fingers crossed that's out the way by Friday. because I haven't got a great deal of space at the door. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Something a little bit different. I do respect everybody who follows us, comments. I really respect all of the donations of all of you guys. You know who we are, especially the regulars. You know, if you do want to help out the channel in any way, shape or form towards these projects, towards funding the channel to keep it going, because it does, you know, when I move these cars on and that, guys, I don't make big money. Like I've said, Lenny, who's took the Lancer on, I've calculated what I paid for it and all the work you've done. You've seen us getting it remapped. That was over £300. I've done the timing belt, all the new tyres, the map sensor was like over 100 quid. I mean, I added everything up and come up with a damn lot of money. So 9 times out of 10, I'm just doing this content purely for the channel and then getting new content to keep it going. And people are getting some good cars. So if I do ever sell a car, guys, you know, especially if you know it's mine, not just like this Focus, I'm just helping him out. I haven't really driven that, done much with it. I've just picked it up. Somebody was asking about a car anyway. If this guy changes his mind, I will just be putting it up for sale on the page. I just help people out. But when it's one of my own cars that you know I've gone through with a fine-tooth comb, some good cars go for cheap, and I don't make money, guys. I try to break even. I try not to lose money. Otherwise, clearly, it would be pointless doing this. But all the little donations help. So if you want to help out just the tiniest bit, down below, you can go on the link below in the description, buy me a coffee, you can do a super thanks, just hitting the like, just leaving a comment and hitting the subscribe, they're all free of charge. It all helps the channel grow, helps us keep going, and maybe one day when I'm getting some moderate, decent money coming in, I'll do some fun, different, you know, a lot of people say, Dan, go across to Europe, do a trip, Dan, do the, what is it, John O'Groats to Land's End. That's all great, guys, for these people with 100,000 subscribers. They technically don't even have to work. They can live off that money off YouTube. I don't. You know, so for me to spend 100, 150 quid on fuel and then hundreds of pounds on hotels to go do one of these trips, taking time off work, I can't do that. The only way I can do that is if you guys help us along with the channel, help the channel grow, share it to anybody that you speak to, just tell them, just, you know, send them the link, tell them the name, anybody who you think might be interested, because every subscriber I get really does help the channel grow. So thanks for watching, keep tuned to see what the new project is, and I'll let you update you with the Focus, but I really can't see them not wanting that after they paid the deposit, so I'll catch you soon. Thank you for watching.